Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is on this look right here. This one is perfect for springtime as we're getting into that. This is a nice dramatic everyday look, if you will. So I go step by step on how I create this smoky eye, and then I did a bright pop of color with my lip today. So if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. So starting off, I want to keep my brows very soft, so I'm going to do this with eyeshadow. And first I'm going to comb up all of my hair and then smooth down the edges with the tail end of the spoolie brush. And then I'm going into my RealHer eyeshadow palette, and I'll put the name of it in the description box down below for you guys. But I'm just taking this on a small angled brush, and I'm just creating little brush strokes just to fill in the little gaps where I don't have quite so much hair. This isn't to make them very crisp and outlined. This is just to make them appear a little bit more full. So now I'm just going to brush through them one more time just to make sure that shadow is nice and blended into my hair. And then I'm going in with my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper in brown. And this is just going to blend the two together and again make my eyebrows look more full and more natural. Because today I want my face to be more on the natural side, and then the smokiness to come from my eyeshadow and that pop of color from my lips. Then to clean up the edges of my brows, I'm using my Maybelline Master Conceal Concealer, and this is not to crisp up the edges to where they're nice and sharp and like, you know what I mean, like very drawn on. This is just to clean up any hairs that have started growing out and just to brighten up the under the brow area. And then this is just to kind of create that highlighted effect underneath my brow and a little bit on the tail of my brow. Then moving on to eyes, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot just to conceal any veins on my eyelids and help everything blend very nicely together. Then going back into that same palette, I'm taking this matte nude shade and I'm just putting this underneath my brow bone and all the way to my lashes and all the space in between. This is just going to set our base and make it a lot easier to blend our darker colors later. Then going into this nice neutral medium brown, I'm taking this on a flat fluffy brush and I'm going to start to create the outline of where I want the shadow to stop and kind of where I want the smokiness to start. So I'm just creating that outer V of my eye and dragging this through my crease area and blending onto my lid. So that way when we go in with our darker color, we don't have a space in between our dark and our medium and light colors. This is just going to help harmonize it all together. Then going in with the darkest brown in the palette, and again this is also a matte shade. And I'm taking this on a little bit fluffier than a pencil brush and not quite as fluffy as a blending brush. So kind of like a happy medium. And I am just carving out the inside of that outer V area, and I am doing that all the way through my crease. So this is just going to go below that shadow that we just put on, and this is going to be our kind of transition from light to dark from our lid to our crease colors. Then I'm going to go ahead and wet my brush, and I'm going into this middle shade in our palette, and this is a nice bronze, very reflective color. When we added that rose water to our eyeshadow, this created kind of a metallic look to it, and I'm just using patting motions to get the full opacity of this on my eyelid. And I am putting this everywhere from my tear duct area to about 3/4 of the way across my lid, and I'm just kind of feathering that into the color that we had before because I don't want it to be quite such a harsh line. So I'm going back in with this blending brush, and this is the flat one that we used in our crease first. And then I'm going in and I'm smoking out my lashes with my Physicians Formula Automatic Brown Eyeliner. Then going in with my Lash Accelerator Mascara from Rimmel, I'm going to give a good coat to my upper lashes. I'll do the lower ones later because I want to put eyeshadow on those first. But I chose this one for our look because, again, I wanted the smokiness to come from my eyeshadow, and I wanted the eyelashes to be very soft, kind of giving us almost a Vogue look to our eyes. And then I'm going in with my Mario Badescu Rose Water again, and I'm spraying my face just to go ahead and prime it and kind of give us that tackiness to our skin. And then I'm going in with my Physicians Formula Argan Oil on my cheek area just to add that slight dewiness, and I'm just blending that a little bit into my nose to keep the moisture so I don't have any splitting in my foundation. And then I'm going in with my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Foundation. This has been one of my favorite ones for creating a nice natural look to my skin, and I'm using this with a fluffier brush to where it has a thinner coat to it. So it's going on almost like a tinted moisturizer, but it's got a little bit more like color correctiveness to it, so you can still see my freckles through it. And then I'm going in with concealer, and this is the same one we used before, and I'm highlighting my chin, my cupid's bow, my nose, and underneath my eyes with this, as well as concealing those areas. And I went ahead and applied it, and then I'm going back in and I'm blending it with a complexion brush from Royal Cosmetics. Then I'm going to go in and set that with my Ben Nye Colorless Luxury Powder. You guys know this is my favorite under eye powder. Use this every single time that I do my makeup. I just can't find anything to compare, especially with how light my skin is. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments down below. And I'm going in now with my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Bronzer, and I am first gonna just warm up that area, and then I'm gonna flatten my brush and carve out my cheekbones just slightly. Then I went into my temple area and underneath my jawline, just to add that nice natural sun-kissed look to our skin. Not necessarily to contour, just a nice little shadow. And then I'm going in and I'm doing just slightly to my nose to where it is a little bit more defined. Then going into our RealHer blush palette, and I'll put the name of this in the description box for you guys. And this nice like plummy shade, this is almost like my natural cheek color, and this is just going to add that flush back into our skin. And then I'm using an e.l.f. highlighter, and I can't quite remember the name of this, so this will also be in the description box for you guys. I love it because it's got a nice rosé color to it, so it complements that natural blush tone that we have on our skin. And I am just highlighting my cheekbones, my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. Oh, and also underneath my brows, just to give them that extra little boost and lift. Now going into my shadows for my lower lashes, I'm going in first with the darkest brown and the finest smudging brush that you can find, and you're going to go about halfway across your lower lash line with this, and then slowly start to feather it off. So this is as close to my lashes as I can possibly get without actually putting this on my eyeball. And I want to keep this very concentrated because now we're blending it out with our shadow that we use in our crease area on the upper lid area, and this is kind of a fluffier smudging brush, so this is going to diffuse that line a little bit more, soften it, and give us that same smoky effect that we have on our upper lid. Now going in, and I'm going to give a decent coat to my lower lashes. I have pretty long lower lashes, so you'll see me kind of just do a little bit down there most of the time, just because they look kind of ridiculous when my lower lashes are longer than my upper lashes. So now I'm going in and I'm lining my lips, and I believe this lip liner is from Palladio, but I can't quite remember. I think this is in the shade Nude. I am just all over the place, guys. I need to get this stuff memorized. And now I'm going in with my MAC lipstick in Brave, and this is going to give us that nice pink tone that we want to our lips for that slight pop of color for the spring season. And then I'm just going to go ahead and set my face with my Mario Badescu Rose Water, and you guys are done. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up before you leave today, as well as comment down below what else you want to see on my channel, so I can create stuff for you guys. I love to do that when you guys give me suggestions. Also, follow me on all my social media. I have Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Snapchat. All the names and links are in the description box for you guys, as well as a list of all the products we use today. Also, my Locks by Cassie page, I am a hairdresser, and that is all of my work. I'm located in the Indianapolis area, so if you're local, I would love to meet you and hang out with you and have you in my chair. I will see you guys next time. Bye!